Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go. As you all know, I've been watching the World Economic Forum every day, minute by minute by minute by minute by minute. And let me tell you something. President Donald Trump has won the cultural war against these people, and he's moving on to win a political war. Why do I say this to you? It's very important that you understand a few things, and I'm going to get into these things coming up. Right now is the 2025 Davos Summit. You've been watching me do video after video on it, but what does it really mean? You don't understand what it means until you hear him say this.
Trump has done something no person in the world has ever done before. A dead man, a dead politician, has risen. Somebody who, if we were 4 years ago at Davos, he's buried, dead politically, known to me. He's now returned. This is the greatest comeback in political history of a politician. And then, therefore, he thinks he can do anything.
That was Professor Walter Reed, who is from Yale, and he is flat out telling everyone that the World Economic Forum, the lizard people have lost. And it's very important for us to grasp the concept that they've lost. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not going to fight, they're not going to push back, they're not going to do different things, but they've lost.
We need to also factor in not only who's won, which is Trump, but who's lost, which is to say us. And I guess I would throw into that the epitome of the us who is losing here is Europe. That the European Union and by and large its member states have misread the direction where events were going.
They will, I anticipate, every last one of them bending the knee. But that doesn't mean we don't need to listen to what they're saying, because they're saying things like this.
If we don't manage water well, if we let soil health deteriorate and you lose moisture in the soil, if you degrade the wetlands, you also reduce carbon sequestration, which accelerates global warming, and global warming then dries the soil, leads to further problems in the forests, and you get that vicious cycle. So we're dealing with something which the science is very clear on, but it must then be reflected in our governance approaches, in our policies, in our financing strategies, including some of one of the very important areas of potential, which is developing the market for credits. Just like we've got carbon credits, we need to develop the market for water credits and biodiversity credits. And I'll come to that in a moment. Nature-based solutions are a big thing. They're an extremely important part of global warming mitigation, climate change mitigation. You can argue about exactly what percentage of mitigation should come down to nature-based solutions, but we know that there's so much good that arises from nature-based solutions that's not just about reducing carbon emissions or capturing more carbon, but also about all the other core benefits of nature-based solutions. Reduce pollution, reduce heat, improved disease management, a whole set of other benefits. But think of nature-based solutions not just in terms of carbon. Think of nature-based solutions as a way of managing water, carbon emissions, and preserving biodiversity. Because if you think of them together, the ripple effect is much larger.
The most, and what I love the most about what Walter Reed told them, was that he told them the truth to their face. This whole end of history thing that they've been talking about, that Yuval Harari says we're at the end of human history.
You have a small elite that pushes things in its own interests, even if it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the population. This has happened so many times previously in history, and it's probably going to happen again. One of the biggest dangers to the planet today is this technological utopia, because probably for the elite it will work. If bad comes to worse, then when the flood comes, the scientists will build a Noah's Ark for the elite, leaving the rest to drown, the rest of the people and then the rest of the ecosystem. But they are likely to be able to construct this technological Noah's Ark, which is probably what much of the elite is counting on.
That they're going to guide humanity's future. Somebody finally told them to their face, who is one of them, that is bullcrap. And it's about time, ladies and gentlemen.
The causes that it is interested in, climate, human rights, some others, as well as the methods of diplomacy that it prefers, are simply being gradually kind of marginalized as something new, not necessarily something better, but something new moves into the center.
They need to understand that the world does not agree with them, that you and I do not agree with things like this. And also, they need to understand that this technological transformation that they're talking about, this push into the future, it's been hijacked by me and you. Carjacking, kidnapping, taking over. We got them. Now, it doesn't seem like it right now. I'm going to tell you, it don't really seem like it right now. But you got to understand that populism is on the rise all over the world. And as populism rises along with technology, the deep state, the World Economic Forum, the controllers shall be destroyed. Point blank, period. There's no way around it.
Are you concerned that Trump might be elected again shortly?
I think it's very likely. And if it happens, it is likely to be the kind of like the death blow to what remains of the global order. And he says it openly. Now, again, it should be clear that many of these politicians, they present a false dichotomy, a false binary vision of the world, as if you have to choose between patriotism and globalism, between being loyal to your nation and being loyal to some kind of, I don't know, global government or whatever.
When you hear him say something like Trump has done what no one has ever done, which is defeat us.
Trump has done something no person in the world has ever done before. A dead man, a dead politician, has risen. Somebody who, if we were 4 years ago at Davos, he's buried, dead politically, known to me. He's now returned. This is the greatest comeback in political history of a politician. And then, therefore, he thinks he can do anything.
It's true. But it's not Donald Trump that defeated them, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. It wasn't Trump that did it. It was you and it was me.
So you asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming in 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Literally not one county?
He just so happened to be the tip of the spear. So to everybody watching, everybody listening, big congratulations to you, because they are admitting that they are defeated. And once your enemy admits that they're defeated, they are well on the way to being dethroned. And I am hoping and praying that their dethroning be quick and it be violent.